We're just over a month away from the NFL Combine, which means we're also a few months away until the Jacksonville Jaguars potentially take a game changer with the 7th overall pick in the NFL Draft. Now, speaking of game changers, there's no position on the field that can make the difference of a program, much like the quarterback position. And here at the Reese Senior Bowl, we've got quite a few to pick from.
Let's start with the MAC. Tyree Jackson, a junior out of Buffalo, decided to leave school early and throw his name into the NFL draft pool. He's a little raw, but he has the intangibles that many teams will look for. He's smart, he's a leader, and based on his 3,000 passing yards and 28 touchdowns in 2018, he can sling the rock.
Yeah, definitely. And if you watch our games, we take a lot of shots down the field. We take a lot of fade throws. We take a lot of 50-50 balls. And we had talented receivers that could make those plays, so we gave them those chances. I'm going to continue to work on my lower body mechanics and clean some stuff up and polish my game.
At this point, Jackson might be a little low on most scouts' radars, but he's hoping that his draft stock will rise almost as quickly as his growth spurt did in high school.
My freshman year of high school, I was 5'9". Then my sophomore year, I was 6 foot. Then 6'3" the junior year, and then 6'5" my senior year, and then 6'7" in Buffalo. And then I've kind of just been that height the whole time in Buffalo, and I'm done growing for sure.
On to the prospects skyrocketing up the charts. Duke quarterback Daniel Jones. He's got off to a rough start at the Senior Bowl practices this week, which doesn't help the concerns about his arm strength.
I don't think I necessarily lack arm strength. Maybe I can, prove that here and there, but I don't necessarily think I need to prove that, and don't see that necessarily as a weakness.
Now, there have been some comparisons to Jones' traits being similar to that of the Mannings. In fact, if you look closely, he resembles Eli Manning a little. Someone that Jones had the opportunity to work with in the
so I had the opportunity to go down to the Manning camp a couple years, and that's it's a really special opportunity to be able to do that and spend time with them.
And finally, we'll end in the SEC. Missouri quarterback. Now, I know the city may still be scorned from the last Missouri product to grace the city with his presence.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select Blaine Gabbert.
But Locke's answer related to his best attribute may be what the Jaguars are looking for.
I would say being able to extend a play. The pockets aren't going to be perfect all the time. You got to make plays. You can't just be a stick in the mud in the pocket. So me being able to get out of pockets and get out of bad situations and make a bad situation good is probably one of my bigger attributes.
And speaking of bad situations,
might have cheated on a math test my freshman year, and that got brought up. Ended up with a C in that class. My mother was not happy. It was a geometry. It was like proofs and whatnot. It was rough. I had a big basketball game that night too. I was like, gosh, kind of freaked out.
Hey, you know what they say, if you're not cheating, well, you're not trying. But with all due respect to all geometry teachers around the world, the Jaguars are trying to find a quarterback, and they need one bad. We'll see if it's one of these guys or someone else come NFL draft time. Here in Mobile, Alabama at the Reese Senior Bowl, Marcel Robinson, Action Sports Jacks.